Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee! In the last one we did a partial one for Professor Oak because apparently we don't have a Pokemon here in Pallet Town, so of course the next store is in the next city. And we also got our first Poké battle with our rival Steve, who is a little goofy. That's gonna probably be a running theme. However, let's continue on with our journey here. Oh, wait, what? Hey, Reita. Oh, just look at Eevee. You two are looking like great partners. And I got just the perfect little gift for such a great team. Here, take this. Wait, is that Steve's mom? Oh, no, sister. Never mind. Oh, so we got sportswear from the sister instead of the map. Interesting. Because in the first game, I think I mentioned this in the first episode, is we don't get the map from our mom, we get the map from our rival's sister, which is kind of interesting. But we got sportswear from our friend's big sister. So she just gave us clothes, basically, right? You put the sportswear in your clothing trunk. How much are we dragging around, like just pulling a big trunk of clothes and the backpack and even on our head and then just trucking along or what? What? Try putting that on Eevee. You can go on an adventure with matching clothes. Oh. This is one of my pet hates, but it's not that bad with Pokemon. But with, like, pets. Putting them in clothes if they don't need them. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Unfortunately. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hello. Belle looks very happy. Wait, what? Oh, is this like the affection thing in X and Y? Like the affection game thing? Oh, that's adorable! Hello! She has so cute... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You want a berry? Give your Pokemon a berry. Joy-Con. Well, obviously, I'm not gonna just press my screen and hope for it working, because since I'm playing on the TV, it wouldn't work. Take the raspberry with the CR and put it in Belle's mouth. Oh, Belle's mouth, not in. Just stuff it in there. If you drop a berry, it will return to the tray. Okay. So, which one should we give you? There's so many. Or not so many, but there's going to be a lot of different berries I can see right here. But since we have a couple of raspberries, let's just give her some of those. Because now we know she's a girl! And with the heart shape, as you can see closer now, that the special little trademark of her tail, as you can see here, it's much more A-shaped or heart-shaped, just in this little picture, than we saw in the last one. As far as I've heard, it's very special to this Eevee, or Let's Go Eevee. If you get the female version, which is kind of interesting. So, we played a little with her. It seems like Eevee wants to play. Don't forget to show it some love from time to time. Now that's actually also a different thing from the Pokemon Yellow to this one. Not that it's an Eevee, but the affection thing. Because in the yellow one, Pikachu is gonna follow you around. I actually forgot to mention that. But anyway. Play with Belle has been added to the main menu, okay. Select the option to play with Belle whenever you want. That's good to know. But one of the things I forgot to mention was that in the Pokemon Yellow, for those who didn't play it, why is he there? Why did I have to do the run if you're just right here? Like, why? You almost impelled timing yourself? Oh well, I guess it was just lazy. You just want to chill. Anyway, thanks for helping me out with the parcel. The Pokemon is a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please visit us. Oh, I know! I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Oh, I got another potion. Nice. You put the potion in your medicine pocket. Your Pokemons may take damage when you battle all the trainers. Be sure to use a potion on them when that happens. Okay. Now back to matter at hand. What I was trying to say, not for the third time I think, is that the Pikachu in yellow will follow you around. It will not stay in its Pokeball. Just like you see here with the Eevees on our head. The Pikachu will just be following us around. And as more time goes by, it becomes more affectionate. It's kind of like the first episodes of the anime where Pikachu actually hates Ash and all these things. It's kind of the same thing in Pokemon Yellow. The Pokemon does not love you right away. Let me put it like that. You have to win its affection. So, oh, hello. So that's the thing. Trainer's eyes have met. I will battle you with my favorite Pokemon. So, what kind of Pokemon are you going to throw at us? Youngster Ronnie. Now, there's the thing I don't understand about the youngsters. Like, I've never understood about the youngster trainers because they're younger than 11. So, why did they get a Pokemon before us? Like, are they like special skilled kids? Because usually the whole matter of fact is that you get your first Pokemon in the age of 11 because people see you as responsible to get a Pokemon at the age of 11. Youngsters are around, what, 6 years old or something? And they still have Pokemon, so what's going on there? I don't get that. Anyway, so then we will just quick attack this Rattata. And that's very effective. Its quick attack was not very effective because we're such a higher level than it. So let's see here. The opposing that was a quick battle. This is such a chill game. Man, this has become such a chill game. This is a game you would just play just before you go to bed, when you just want to relax with something. I could imagine me doing this. Probably not really this Let's Play, because there's a thing I've always hated about the Pokemon series is that you don't have multiple save files. You got Pokeballs? This is new. Usually you don't get Pokeballs from battling, you only get money to buy Pokeballs for. That means we might not ever have to buy Pokeballs. We're gonna be rich on this trip, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a thing. Oh, arrival. Huh? You look pretty pleased about something, Reita? Oh, you breed another trainer. Good job! Well, since we're on the topic, the Pokemon you sent into battle might have lost some HP or PP. You should take them to the Pokemon Center and get them healed up. It doesn't cost any money, and it doesn't take long at all, either. Just remember, heal up after battles. Okie dokie. I will try and remember that. So let's go in and heal our Pokemons, I guess. And talk to people in the city. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Would you like to rest your Pokemon? Yes, please. I will take your Pokemon for a few seconds then. Ah, joy. All the joys. I always thought it funny that they were all named Joy and the policemen were all named Jenny when I was a kid, but it was probably just to have it as an easy go-to, even though they were not the same person. Anyway. Thanks for waiting. Your Pokemon should be all better now. We hope to see you again. Well, I don't know if that's a good way to say things. I hope we see you again, child. Because you might actually break your Pokemon's bones and such, and we need to heal them. What is it? Wait, isn't this a school? Isn't this a school? It is! So the city setups are kind of the same as in the yellow as well. I really like this. I'm going to compare it so much, I'm sorry, but it's just enjoyable. For me, it's enjoyable. Oh, there was a guy on the bench over here. Let's see. What do you have to say? Yo there, kid from Palatown. Nothing more? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, there's a girl with a Pokemon here. Whoa, your Pokemon is riding on you? That's super cute. But I think my Pokemon would be a bit too heavy for me. That's why I have them walk with me instead. Oddish. Check your party in the main menu. Choose a Pokemon to take out of its Pokemon. Wait, what? Really? And it will walk around with you. It's just adorable to see them. Here, let me take it out and do it for you. What? We have double team Pokemon. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. When I first played the very first Pokemon game, I think as many others thought this was going to be the first gym we were entering. However, it's actually the last one, which is kind of interesting in many ways, but we will know why later in the storyline, but right now we don't. So now we can do the cut bushes all contain like hidden items? No. Because in the last one of them contained like a potion, which was really cool, so let's just check all the bushes. No, they can also only be chopped down. Okay, never mind then. There's a Weedle! Hello, little Weedle! A little bug Pokemon. Oh, it's active, that's for sure. Let's see here. Attack, sweetie. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Ta-da! There we go. It's funny how it kind of like, even though you're just throwing a Pokeball, it actually keeps you in some way active with at least one arm, and then you can have a cup of tea in the other, which I again forgot to do because that would be very much like very chill to sit and play with it, like a cup of tea and just a controller. It would be so nice. Anyway, we have a little Weedle here. Okay, what does it say about the Weedle? Beware of the sharp stinger on its head. It hides in the grass and bushes where it eats leaves, so it's a herbivore. I would have imagined it would have been, so. You tuck the beetle... The beetle? No, the Weedle away in the Pokemon box in your bags. So wait, we don't have... Wait, Pokemon box. What? Okay. I need to check this out before we go any further, because here we have the Forrest, which one of my favorite places in the game actually, other than Safari Zone, which has been changed into the Pokemon Go Zone, I think they called it. So we have a bag, and then we have the Pokemon box. Wait, what? That means we don't have the computer anymore? We don't need to use that? This is so surprising in so many ways. I like the changes, like they try something new, but this is definitely something to get used to. Okay, so basically we're just gonna go with the team that we have, but that means we can check summary, name, marking, send to professor. Oh, okay. Oh, add to party as well. So we don't have to go to the computer anymore. We can just change them as we go along. That's kinda... I'm not going to say that that sounds a lot easier to do, because if you have a down Pokemon, you just change it out. That's kind of a interesting thing, because then you don't have to go to the Pokemon all the time. Though you should, because it's your little... There's a Pikachu! Come here. Come over here, little Pikachu. Oh, it's a female Pikachu. As I said, I've told you before that the heart shape is also on the female Pikachus now, because it's a female Pikachu. Okay, we can choose a berry from the bag. Yeah, let's just show it. It's kinda exactly like in Pokemon Go. So I think this is the biggest Pokemon Go aspect to it, but it's not really that massive in any way, I don't think so. So that's fine. we just catch the little Pikachu. And hope that we would be glorious with all our captures. Because the way I usually play Pokemon is I capture all the first evolution of Pokemon and then I evolve them in every way possible. I actually don't like to catch fully evolved Pokemon because usually their attacks are different. Example-wise, the best example, if you catch a Caterpie, it has Sting and all that, but if you just catch a Metapod, the chance is that it only has Harden. And it's much easier to have a Metapod that also have an attack than only Harden. It's very hard for a Pokemon to win a Poke Battle with only Harden. It's actually going to be such a long battle that I don't bother with it. So I always capture the first generation, or the first evolution rather, not generation, but the first evolution of Pokemon, and then I evolve them all. So this is probably going to be a slightly long Let's Play as well, but enjoyable at fact. And I ramble and I talk a lot, and I'm sorry, but I love this. A forest-dwelling Pokemon stores electricity in its cheeks, so you will feel a tinkly shock when you touch it. So for the people who has Let's Go Pikachu, do you get a little tinkly touch in your Joy-Con if you touch Pikachu's cheeks a bit? That could be interesting. Oh, what happened? Don't know what happened. Anyway, we tucked the little Pikachu away like with the others. And we will show them some love. Oh, there's a Pokeball over there. Let's nom 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 that. There we go. We have a Bellsprout. Oh, we have an antidote as well. Okay. The interesting parts. There's a Metapod. There's a Caterpie. Get over here. Hey, there was one that was shining. You encountered a Caterpie. Yes. Whoop. There we go. That's just a quick capture. We're gonna do it. Anywho, there we go. There we go. Oh, this game is so chill. I love it. This is a really good way if you are a younger player, like maybe about the age when I started playing Pokemon. This is a good entry to the series, and then you can go back in the series where they are a bit harder to play. Because Pokemon Yellow basically gave you no hints, and Sun and Moon gave you all the hints you needed to get. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting how helpful the games have gotten over the years, because the first Pokemon games I played, they didn't say what you had to do or where you had to go. You had to basically figure it out for yourself. Or if you had a computer at that time, which was not always the thing you had, you could search, but there was not a guarantee that you got any answers, basically. So what does this Caterpie? If you touch the feeler on top of his head, it will release a horrible stink to protect itself. So only if you touch the feeler? It's not gonna do it if you just touch the side or anything? Man, little Caterpie, you don't have a very good defense mechanism. I'm sorry, but you don't. Then, if it requires you to touch the feeler, or the thing to touch the feeler, why is it shining? Oh, it disappeared. Why did it disappear? Oh, there it is. Come here. What does it mean when it's like that? Oh, it's another thing from Pokemon Go if it's tiny. Oh, I get it. Okay. No, we don't need to run away. I just was very curious. That's okay. That's a good thing to know. No, we don't need a Kakuna. And there's a Pokeball there. What are you? Tiny mushrooms. What do they do? I have no idea. So what do the mushrooms do? Oh! It's not even in a What do they do? A very small and rare mushroom. It's popular with certain class of collectors. So we also have collector quests? Interesting. I'm going to be... Oh my. This is a field of Pokemons. Nope. And I'm just gonna skip away from the battles that I do not intend to happen. There's a Pikachu. Oh! A trainer! Hello there, my good man, good feller, good something. And what do we have? We have Bugcatcher Brian! Such good names. Like, maybe we should just take inspirations from that, or should we keep to the Disney theme with names and start naming all our Pokemons, maybe? I don't know. That could be interesting though. To name all your Pokemons of certain, like, characteristics and such. I don't know. It could be interesting. The one thing I would be interested in, like, seeing is how far do we have to go before we get a Ghastly? Because, for those who don't know, it is my favorite Pokemon of all time. If I can get a Ghastly, I'm happy. I'm just happy. I'm content. And I would just be happy with the world again, kind of thing, kind of deal. So as far as I remember, yes, there's one here. They basically place the Pokeballs the same place where they also placed them in the game, like the old game. That is fascinating. Oh! There's another Pokemon trainer. I don't remember where the Pokemon trainer is, but apparently I remember where the Pokeballs are. That's an interesting fact. Anyway. Joanna. Okay, Lassie Joanna. So that's basically a schoolgirl. The schoolgirl characters. And we probably... No, there's actually a thing I am wondering, to be honest, is... Are they going to have a level cap like they did in the old games? And I think they still have in most of the Pokemon games, that the gyms allow you to have higher level Pokemons of control, because at least in the yellow one, I can't actually remember if they still do. Oh, we get Pokeballs! We don't need to buy Pokeballs ever! If we're good at throwing, that is. But the thing is, like... Now I kind of lost trail of thought here. Uh-oh. Hey, you have a Pokemon, right? Come on! Let's battle them! What was I talking about? Oh yeah, it was the level cap. Every time you beat a gym in the Pokemon Yellow was that your cap for control of Pokemon. If you overdid that cap, the Pokemons might not have listened to you. So I think if you defeated Brock, you could level your Pokemon up to level 20 without a problem. When you beat Misty, you could level it up to level 40 or 30 or something. So it's actually going to be interesting if they also have the level cap here, because that would make it slightly difficult, but not. Okay. We have Bugcatcher Rick. Another... I like that they all have different names, and that's a thing I've always loved with Pokemon as well, because it did give them a slight personality, like just a little personality or a little differentiation, and I like that. I like that a lot. So let's see here. We have an overpowered little Eevee here, that's for sure. But I don't know. We definitely have to train our... We definitely have to train our Bellsprout, because we are going to fight against Brock, and we should probably at least... have... If we can find one more grass Pokemon, that would be very, very positive. No! Caterpie can't hack it! Yeah, we got... Okay, we don't need to buy Pokeballs at all. I rarely use Great Balls in my first, like, when I played it, so I don't think we're ever going to really need to go to the Pokemon and buy Pokeballs if we are very astute with our selections of Pokemons, or the ones we decide to catch. But I still didn't get the spectrum for, like, large and smaller Pokemons. I didn't get that in Pokemon Go. I still don't get that. So if someone in the comments below can explain me what the perks and disadvantages there are with... That's a Beedrill! The perks and disadvantages there are with having larger and small. Oh, Lord, Beedrill. Oh lordy, there's a Beedrill. But what is the perks and downsides to having smaller and bigger Pokemons? Because I could imagine if you have like Body Slam as an attack, it could be much more potent for a Pokemon that has like a larger body than if it was tiny. But does it really have that much of an effect? Lassie Brittany, okay. So let's see, she sends on a Nidoran. And that Nidoran, I really like how it enters with our Eevee. With that she just throws it into the she just throws it into the ring going, here we go Eevee! But yeah. We're pretty overpowered compared to the Pokemon here in Viridian Forest. Really overpowered compared to. But this is so chill, I really like it. And I promise I will try my best to keep somewhat an okay cap on the timing, but you know, if time flies by, you're just gonna get longer episodes. That's just how it is. Especially because Pokemon isn't one of those games where you go like, I can end it after 20 minutes and it's fine. No, you're always a place where you need to complete it and it could take up to an hour, you don't know. And there's still more Pokeballs in our hands. It's kind of interesting that we're just taking people's Pokeballs away from them. So yeah, let's see here. Are there any new Pokemon in this area? Other than the very big Beedrill that was just a second ago. Well, there's a hidden path over here. Is there like a Pokeball or something here? Yes, there is! Hiding behind the tree! Ha ha ha! Found you, you little. You thought you could get away? You didn't. Alrighty then. And then of course there's the trainer here. Let's see here. Yo, you can't poke out of a battle if you're a real Pokemon trainer. Oh, he's taunting us, is he? Oh, then I hope he can walk the walk and not just talk the talk, as they say. Fuck catch a dog. Or Kakuna. Let me guess, it's gonna use Harden. Like, if it's a Metapod or if it's a Kakuna, they're just gonna use Harden, aren't they? Just gonna use that. Yeah. That hasn't changed at all. Oh, that's funny. That hasn't changed at all. That's funny. To me it is, at least. Ah. I'm just smiling right now. I'm enjoying myself. That's so amazing. Okay, we have Nidoran at level 6. Nidoran learned Poison Sting, which is a good thing against rock Pokemons as well, because if they get poisoned, well, it's effective. At least for a while. So hey, it takes down energy, or HP points, so that's always good. Huh? I got no other Pokemon to battle with. No. We definitely got late Pokeballs in any way, shape and form. How many do we have now? Like, do we just have a whole spectrum of Pokeballs? Or rather, we just have Pokeballs right now. But we're probably going to get more and more Pokeballs as we go on. Where is... Oh, Catching Pocket. 63. We're earned 13 since we started off our adventure, because we started with like 50? So let's see here. Are there any other Pokemon that we haven't seen? Oh, the Beedrill! There's Pikachu. Pidgey. I don't think there are more Pokemons here though. Oh, hello Beedrill! Beedrill! We don't need a Beedrill. Beedrills. No, that's just Metapods. No, I don't think there are more Pokemons really that we can get here. Anywhere. And that's kind of interesting. Because I have been told there was more grass Pokemons up to this point, so maybe we'll just take another look around. People do spoil a little, also on Twitter and such. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't get sad by spoils as such. And plus, again, this game you can't really spoil anyone because the main story is the same as a previous game. So it's kind of like playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver. the story is the same. It's like you're not gonna be spoiled in the story. So it's more like the placement of the Pokemons, if they're still going to be the same as the first game or not. That's basically it. Anywho, let's see here, Jocelyn. That's also a pretty name. She sent out Pidgey. Okay. We just have our very OP Bell right here. Oh man. This is just like OP Bell just going on attack and it's effective. Like, look at our Bell, she's not even down to half health yet and we already threw all... I think we almost threw the Viridian Forest completely. That's so interesting. Like, for me, I can see on my time counter that I've played for a long time, but it doesn't feel like it at all. At all. It just seems so... like, it has a flow to it. So you don't really feel like... It takes time. Your battle was right on target. And we get more money and more Pokeballs! Pokeballs! Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I thought for a second that Pidgey there was going to attack us, but it was our Pidgey. So that's fine. So let's see what we else can get. Ah! There's a... Let's just scour the area for a second here. Just to see if there are any more, like, you know, every area has like creatures with high percentage and then creatures with or Pokemons with very low percentage of appearing. So there might actually be a slightly rarer Pokemon here, but we just have to basically run around and find it. And that's a thing, really. That's a thing. But as you can see, there's lots of Weedles, lots of Caterpies, but not that many like Beedrills and such. So yeah, that's a thing. So wonder what the other rare Pokemons would. If there were more, what the rare Pokemons here would be. I don't think there are any more rare Pokemons though. Other than the Beedrill! Because it does... Oh, hello! There's a Pokeball. That's a good thing we went over here. That's a lure! Ooh. Lures are good. I will save them to other areas. Let's see... There's a Kakuna, lots of Kakunas, lots of Caterpies. Bulbasaur! That's a Bulbasaur! Nice! So there was like a low percentage Pokemon here. There's almost always a low percentage Pokemon everywhere. And it's weird, but it's the thing you think about, especially if you played the old games, because you had to go through the grass so many times to find it. Like the Beedrill is maybe a 10% and this is probably a 5%er or something. And I just had a feeling it would be there. And it's kind of the same with every area, really. That they all have like... oh, missed. They all have different... different percentages of showing up. I think the most prominent annoying one I usually went for was a Tentacool in Misty's City. It was only like one place in that city. It was just outside of the city. And it took forever to find it, really. So it's a thing. Okay, attack, please. There we go. There we go. And then we see if we catch it, because then we have 2 grass-type Pokemon to fight Brock with. No, please don't run away. Okay, let's give you another little berry. What's the difference between the Pinup, the Nanap, or the raspberries? I don't know. I don't know the difference between them. Well, they have a difference in the Pokemon Go game, but not seemingly here though. Maybe I can check that in a later later episode. Just please don't run away before I catch you. Because I have a feeling that they might, because that's a thing that's always been in the Pokemon games. You find these rare Pokemons and they go like, don't run away! Don't run away! But that means we probably won't have the traditional ways of getting a Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Which in the yellow one you had to do some questing. There was, the Bulbasaur was, actually both the Charmander and the Bulbasaur was in the Misty area, city area. You could get them, but the Bulbasaur you had to prove that you were a good trainer. And the Charmander, he just kind of he didn't feel like he was a good caretaker for his Charmander, so he basically just gave it up to the first and dearest he could find. They were probably treated better. So yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, it can go for days without eating a single muscle. Okay. The bulb on its back restores energy. Oh yeah! The Sunray Blast, or I can't remember the attack, but it had this Sunray attack. It was so powerful. I mean, that was one of my favorite attacks back in the day. Other than, of course, having my Ghastly. Me always loving having a Ghastly. Yes, indeed. You're gonna hear this a lot. I want my Ghastly. Hashtag one Ghastly. Oh no. Okay, it's very easy to avoid battles in this game as well, which is really nice. In the trees and such. That's really nice. Okie dokie. No, Pikachu! So basically we just have to beat the last guy here. Wah! No Kakuna! I don't want a Kakuna! But we need to battle this guy before we can finish off the Viridian Forest. There may be more Pokemons in here, but I really don't want to look for more. Or just wait around and hoping there will be more Pokemons in here. Buck has a Sammy. Oh, Sammy, that's a good name too. But what do you guys think about having that, like, maybe themed, maybe Disney themed names or something of the sort? I just remembered Jinx, the Mender, depending on how you name her, she would probably be Rapunzel. I don't know, either that or Tentacle. Could be funny though. Oh man, that could be funny. Yeah, that actually could be a funny thing. Ah, man. I'm actually looking forward to naming my Pokemons now, because now I just have all these ideas with Disney names, or maybe we should take another theme of names, but that was just the first thing that came to my mind after my first episode where Mayhem suggested that we were going to call it Fitmule, which is the Danish equivalent to Goofy. So, yeah. That could be very interesting. Oh, there's a lot of Bellsprouts out here. So if you hadn't caught a grass Pokemon by this time, they just gave you it. That's for sure. Just in case you didn't know. Okay, so basically before we go into the city, I actually think I'll be ending off here. And until next time, guys, take care and have a fantastic day.